picture it. We didn't start off as the best hockey team in the area, but through dedication and hard work, we had made it to the championship game. We'd grown to be fairly good players throughout the course of the year, but now we were up against our biggest rivals. When we played them in the regular season, they mercied us 10-0. But now, we held strong in the championship game, and even tied it 4-4. But, because you can't end a championship game in a tie, it all came down to a final shootout, and I was the last to shoot. Needless to say, my team had zero faith in me. But my coach pulled me aside and gave me the confidence boost that I needed. We had been practicing together on our own time, and he believed I could make the game-winning shot. I got the puck at center ice. 1, 2, 3, triple deke, just like my coach taught me. I shot the puck and it soared into the upper right corner of the goal. We win. I can hear my coach jumping and screaming in the stands. The team skates over to me and tackles me on the ice. Even our goalie, Goldberg, comes over and... Oh, wait. That was the plot to the movie The Mighty Ducks. During my junior year of high school, I got cut from the varsity hockey team. But I recovered. Plus, it left me tons of free time to work on my campaign for Student Senate Secretary. I spent weeks campaigning with debates, speeches, posters, wristbands, food, the whole 9 yards. I'll always remember forever the final day of the final Senate convention when the name of next year's secretary was finally announced. It wasn't me. Now, I've shared with you some recent setbacks I've had in my life, but let me deliver to you a more winning experience. My recent service trip to Guatemala. Go ahead and picture your house. Now take away the food, your appliances, the floor, the roof, the running water, the electricity. Got a good picture going? Great. Now take that same house, make it 1/4 the size, and add 10 more people to it. This is what poor Guatemalan children live in every single day. Yet, when visiting them in their homes, the joy in their eyes can illuminate the entire room. They're so happy to be living on this world, despite what setbacks they face. And they're able to find happiness, despite what the world throws at them. They truly inspired me to do the same, where I can find happiness in my life. I can be happy. I can find my passion, despite what the world throws at me. So I invite you to come on a similar journey, to learn more about personal passion. First, we'll check in at the gate with today's society and see what's going on in the world. Next, we'll fly to our destination, possibly experiencing some turbulence along the way. Don't worry though. Next, we'll land with a better understanding of personal passion. So when you head over to baggage check, you know exactly what bag to grab on the way to living your life happily ever after. So let's begin by arriving at the gate and checking in with today's society. Why is struggling to find your passion an issue in today's society? The first major issue that we face is that people want instant fortune. And why do people want instant fortune? Well, that's quite simple. It's because money equals happiness. It makes sense. If you have money, you can go out and buy a jet ski, and when you're riding a jet ski, you're not sad, you're happy. So money must be the root of all happiness, right? Well, that's just not true. According to Andrew Blackman in his Wall Street Journal editorial, he states that people value experiences and memories more than tangible goods. He backs up his claim with an experiment conducted by Thomas Gilovich, a professor of psychology at Cornell. Now, Gilovich also found that people value experiences and memories more than tangible goods. And he found this by asking people questions about hypothetical purchases they might have made. He told a person to imagine they just bought a laptop, and that laptop makes them happy. Then he said he went out and bought a far superior laptop for a fraction of the cost. He found that this angered most people. However, when he conducted the same experiment and the same set of questions, but used a vacation or a trip instead of a laptop, he found that most people weren't angry at him because they valued the experiences and memories of their trip more than the location of the vacation itself. This truly proves that people value experiences and memories more than any tangible good we can purchase with that little green devil called the dollar. Another huge problem we have in society is that people are often distracted from their true passion because maybe it doesn't make them the most money. Maybe that paycheck coming in once a week isn't as high as it could be if they were off doing something else. Now this is foolish because if you do what you love, success is going to come. Let's look at Walt Disney, for example. The man who created Disney. The theme parks, the TVs, the movies, the theme parks, right? The happiest place on earth. Well, that happiest place on earth idea was denied 302 times. That's equivalent to being denied every single weekday of the entire year with more denial to spare. But did Walt give up? Did Walt quit because things weren't going his way? No. Walt kept moving forward and kept working hard because he loved what he was doing. He had a passion for his work. When Disneyland was finally up and running, Walt said Disneyland is a work of love. We didn't go into Disneyland with just the idea of making money. Look at this man, who's worth $5 billion and didn't even start off by caring about the money. All he wanted to do was follow his passion. This truly shows that if you do what you love, success is going to come. Because when you do what you love, you're going to be giving it 110% all the time. If you look at successful CEOs in this world, most of them start off by doing what they love, not worrying about the money, just following their passion. So now that we've looked at the issues in today's society and even looked at Walt Disney, a man who's been successful with his passion, let's shift gears. Let's venture out into the unknown and see how we can excel with our passions despite turbulence along the way. Let's begin by looking at Howard Schultz, a man who was denied by 242 banks for a loan for his cool and new coffee joint called Starbucks. Nobody believed in him, but he did believe in himself. And once he did get that loan for his company, he turned his coffee into a worldly known brand. And why was he able to do this? Why was he able to succeed despite turbulence along the way? Simply because he never gave up. To quote an anonymous source, if you give up too soon, you'll never know what you'll be missing. Quitting after setbacks is the worst way to handle them. It's the easy way out. In my personal opinion, setbacks are the greatest thing that can happen to you when you're trying to succeed. Because setbacks allow you to evaluate where you went wrong in this situation. They allow you to step back, analyze a problem, and dive right back in with new and profound knowledge on the topic. To quote Emerson, our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising every time we fail. One woman who did this perfectly was J.K. Rowling and her Harry Potter books. She was denied by hundreds of publishers around the country. But did she give up and believe her books weren't good enough? No. She used that rejection as fuel to write a better novel. In an interview with Mark McGarry, a world-renowned Irish-American mystery novel writer, she states that she rewrote the opening chapter for The Sorcerer's Stone 10 different times. She, like Schultz, was able to recognize the glory of setbacks and pursue her passion and turn it into an empire. By looking at these people, it truly shows that putting your nose to the grindstone and working hard isn't just some cliche our parents tell us, so hopefully we can get old one day and make a lot of money. It truly is one of the best ways to succeed despite turbulence. So now let's land, and let's head over to baggage check, where hopefully we're going to learn a bit more about how to find your bag, what to do with your bag once you get it. So yes, people have passions. And some people have used those passions to make a lot of money. But we all can't be Walt Disney or J.K. Rowling. However, we all can find our passions in life and pursue them and be happy despite how much money we might make. The number one way to doing this, to living a life of happiness and to finding your passion, is to start off by doing what you love. I personally love playing guitar. I don't know where that's going to lead me in life or how it's going to help me down the road, but I know as long as I continue to play strictly out of love, it's going to take me somewhere. This applies for all of you out there today. If there's something you love doing, continue to do it and see where it leads you. If there's a person you admire, model your behavior off of them, hang out with them, and see where it leads you. And last but most importantly, step out of your comfort zone. Because when you step out of your comfort zone, you're going to discover passions you didn't even know you had. I played hockey all my life. I'd wake up, go to school, go to the rink, come home, do my homework, wake up the next morning, and repeat it all over again. Also, when I was in school, I was a math guy. I was terrible at English and never thought I'd have to write my own speech and deliver it to you fine folks today. But because I was able to step out of my comfort zone, I was able to discover a passion for public speaking. And I don't know where that's going to lead me in life, but I know as long as I continue to do what I do with passion, it's all going to turn out okay. Thank you.